Welcome everyone in HueFin News. Today is April the 7th, 2018, and this is our daily cryptocurrency market news analysis, where we are giving you all the news according to the charts. We don't pay attention to no one else but the chart. Price bars and the volume is all that is required in order to understand where prices are likely to go, especially in the cryptocurrency space, because this is a very unregulated market right now, and the only place to really grasp where prices are likely to go is with HueFin News. We do not place any indicators on our charts, no patterns, no shapes, no expensive software. We're not trying to sell you no hype. We're not trying to persuade you into clicking on our videos. We're simply here to give you what the news is telling us from a standpoint of the charts. Okay, and if you're more interested in learning more about what we know called language analysis, then you need to come join us on our Patreon page. There you'll get more information, more tips, and even more analysis against different cryptocurrencies, all for just 10 cents a day. So that's only like $3 a month. On our Patreon page, you guys will get access to a lot of things that we don't spill on YouTube. So we look forward to you all coming there and joining us on our Patreon page, HueFin News, your source of news before any trading decision. Let's go ahead and get into our analysis for today. Market cap is above $250 billion. Last time it was there. We're now at 262.9 billion. Bitcoin dominance at 45.2. And in a market where there is so many cryptocurrencies, we have finally received a day to where the market is giving us a positive. A lot of the cryptocurrencies today are trading in the green. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, all are having fantastic days right now. But one day out of many more down days does not constitute the market is ready for higher prices. So we'll talk about that as we get into our analysis for these cryptocurrencies. Let's get into it. Looking at Bitcoin from the Bitfinex exchange website, they're up 6.03%. Last trade was $6,985.60. So yes, we're still in consolidation for Bitcoin. 6,500 held as support. Told you all in a prior video that 7,500 is resistance, but 7,250 will be first before 7,500 becomes resistance. So keep that in mind. We can definitely see that we are noticing the market pushing to higher prices on today. Let's move into a smaller time frame. 3-hour bars, you guys can see where we had actually broken out. We had a major push to go up bar on high volume. Told you all that in a prior video as well, that the only way that we're going to be able to move higher is if we get a push to go up bar on high volume. And it just occurred recently throughout the day today, and you guys can still see how we have strength in the market for Bitcoin. All the stockpile that was coming in on these 2-3-hour bars came to naught, and we're still moving in higher prices. So this is our double dose of more stockpile coming in the market for Bitcoin. And let's try to scroll out to see where that resistance is. So on a 3-hour bars, resistance for Bitcoin is at $7,100. So we got to wait to see whether or not the market participants are ready to withhold Bitcoin from moving lower. Now it can definitely come back down to $6,900 in the short term to find support. Quick look at the 1-hour bar for Bitcoin. So we were consolidating after we got this push to go up bar. You all should have known that as the market wasn't necessarily giving us any precursors of weakness, we were still making movement to the upside. Had one last dip on the 1-hour bar, next bar closed above, so that's why we're continuing to see higher prices for Bitcoin. Now we're going through that same process again, but we're going a lot lower than what we were on this last consolidation period. So you need to be careful of that in this current market for Bitcoin. We can see stockpiles still coming to market and weakness is still here. The key that you want to see is this particular volume right here. This is a probable precursor of strength. The next 1 hour bar has to close above it, because if it does, then we will at least continue with our consolidation to higher prices. But right now, the market is still giving us a little bit of weakness on the 1 hour bar. Looking at the 15-minute bar, again, you guys can see that weakness is definitely coming in the market. So we need to wait until we find some support to reveal itself in Bitcoin. 6960 has already came and touched. Market definitely came towards 6960, and we're still maintaining strength. So this could be support in Bitcoin at this time. Not necessarily confident in that, but nevertheless, we're still looking for Bitcoin to move lower in the short term and possibly try to catch that support around 6960 and then possibly move higher from there. But right now, we definitely are not out the woods for this cryptocurrency to be moving higher. Okay, I do like this 6 hour bar for Bitcoin. I'm still expecting them to move higher, but in the short term, we're expecting them to move lower, expecting them to come right back to that $7,100 area if we can absorb all of the stockpile that came in on the conclusion of this bar. So we're literally just going to wait on the sidelines in our analysis for Bitcoin. The market definitely is giving us some contradictory signs on the chart, so we cannot necessarily give you our direction on what we expect the cryptocurrency for Bitcoin to move. But overall, as I zoom out again, consolidation is still in hand. 6,600 all the way up to 7,200 first, and then 75 next. So you can definitely play trades in between that, but we won't break out of this consolidation until the market either breaks that support or breaks those resistance areas that I just mentioned. And at 7,100 is still holding quite strong as resistance in Bitcoin, so keep that in mind. But we're not going to give you an analysis for Bitcoin as of yet. Just want the market to continue to play out. Definitely the market is giving us strength to the upside, but now we had this last 3 hour bar that shows stockpile, so we literally have to wait until what occurs on the conclusion of this 3 hour bar. So now let's take a look at Ethereum. So now we're looking at Ethereum. They're up 5.09%. Last trade was $388.40. Very good day today for Ethereum, for them to come up to $404.80, but still stockpile is coming in market. We've been in this consolidation range going on. This is our 9th trading day to where we've been consolidating, which is pretty good, but we're not necessarily making movement to higher prices to resistance areas, which is a problematic thing to see on a chart as to the market not being ready for higher prices. So now we're looking at the 3 hour bars for Ethereum. You guys can definitely see a huge spike up to $405. Nevertheless, stockpile definitely came in the market. So consolidation is the best thing that we can give you all for our analysis for Ethereum. That resistance is right there around 410 to even possibly $417. 3 hour bar is going to be crucial. If this bar closed below, then we're still looking for Ethereum to move lower in the short term. $384 is that first support area, and then from there, if we get more weakness, then it will continue to be moving back down to the downside. This is a very definite thing you need to pay attention to in Ethereum for them to continue to move lower. Okay, so as it moves lower, then we definitely need to get precursors of strength to be reflected in the market, and as of yet, we're not seeing that. Even take a look at the 1 hour bar, we're noticing precursors of weakness is in the market currently for Ethereum. Expect consolidation to at least occur, and then as time goes on, we'll be able to tell whether or not we're getting more precursors of strength in the market or precursors of weakness. As of now, the market is still reflecting that it wants to move higher. That's why we're still consolidating. But if we continue to get more precursors of weakness, then definitely I see no problem of us going back to the downside. Okay, that support needs to hold right there around $386, $387. we can hold that, then yes, Ethereum will continue to move higher, which it is currently doing. So just like with Bitcoin, we're just going to stay on the sideline and give you a broader view of what to expect in the cryptocurrency space for Ethereum. Support needs to hold at 360, and the resistance area is right there above $420, maybe even a little lower than that. $400 definitely. So yes, $400 is resistance, 360 is support, and around that price. And if the market can break $400, then we're expecting 410 to be the next resistance area. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at Litecoin. So Litecoin is up 4.45%. Last trade was $117.64. Daily price bar for Litecoin, again, we're still in consolidation, so nothing too much to explain on a daily price bar. 120 is still holding quite strong for resistance for Ethereum. Still expecting them to move higher in trading for tomorrow, but just go back up to an area of resistance. That's all that we're expecting. Okay, so we're looking at Litecoin right now. You guys can see that 120 came in as resistance, just like it did here in the background. So nothing of a change of tone is currently happening in Litecoin. Still expecting that consolidation to occur, and as we're going through the weakness now, expect the market to continue to move lower, probably hold support around 116, but don't expect the market to move lower until we get a push to go a bar to break $120. Okay, so now the last one is going to be Ripple. So Ripple is up 5.13%. Last trade was around 49 cents. Daily price bar for Ripple, again, resistance is there around 50 cents. Market is still giving us a push to go up bar though. So, I mean, we're still looking for the market to continue to move higher for these cryptos, but we're not that ecstatic as to say we're going to break out the prior area resistance just yet. Okay, but we're noticing stockpiles still coming to market. So we're going to go through consolidation in the short term, but eventually I think we will continue to move higher back up to that resistance around 50 cents for Ripple, and throughout trading tomorrow we might move it back up to around 51 cents. I'm not seeing that much weakness coming in the bar except for these two stockpile bars in the market, and we did move lower for a short time, but then we resumed or got another push to go up to break through another resistance area, and that's what I'm kind of expecting to see in the market tomorrow for these cryptos. Okay, so that's all I have for today, April the 7th, 2018. You guys need a more in-depth analysis or different analysis for multiple altcoins, then you have to come join us on our Patreon page. We definitely give you all a more in-depth analysis of where we definitely expect these cryptocurrencies to go. If you guys got any questions, you could join in our private Facebook group and we'll respond to you that way, and as well give you an analysis on one particular altcoin that you're definitely concerned about. You can always do that on our Patreon page. Look forward to you all coming there because we have a lot better things planned for this business and as well as for you all, because we want to show you all that the market is not, it is manipulated, but you can also play along with these individuals who are doing the manipulating. Okay, but we show you that nobody else is able to show you that. They're giving you their hypothesis, their theories, they guess. Have we reached the bottom? I don't know. April 17th, market's gonna go higher. No, you read the price bars and the volume to understand what is happening in the market and where it's going to go. We've been showing you all that ever since 2017. We're the market leaders, the market financial experts, because we read these price bars and volume. And if you want to understand more of it, then you have to come and join us on the Patreon page. Now, let me give you all a quick recap. Definitely short-term market to move lower. And as we go throughout time, we should be able to see more because of strength. And if we do, then the market will continue to move higher in tomorrow's trading. But if we don't, then we will move right back down to support on these charts. Now, as I looked at a lot of these four cryptocurrencies, I did not necessarily see a lot of indications of weakness coming in the market just yet. Okay, yes, we do have stockpile coming in, but I think the market's going to try to give it one more push to the upside before we get more stockpile to come in the market. By no means I'm saying that the market is going to continue to move higher out of our area of resistance. So the key word for our news today is consolidation. We're expecting the market to come back and try that resistance again though, but from there we'll give you a different analysis. That's all we have for today. Everyone, make sure you maintain your profitability, and I will talk to you all later.